gorgeous day. You got all the components that you would want for a wonderful Sunday afternoon of baseball here in Seattle, Washington. Welcome, everybody, to Safeco Field. This is Mariner Baseball. It's the Boston Red Sox, best team in the American League, against the Mariners. And we welcome you inside the broadcast booth. I'm Dave Sims with Mike Flowers. Mike, did you have enough fun last night?
Wow, what a game it was last night. So many different elements to it. We're going to show you some of them, but just a great game for the Mariners and a really nice win for them.
Yes, it was. Great start, too. And it was all about offense to get going here in the first inning last night for the Mariners. Boy, did they do a job. We pick it up on the first pitch of the game for the Mariners.
Ichiro steps in. Beckett comes in with a 2.17 ERA. He has pitched well all year long. And the first pitch of the game, Ichiro lines it into the seats to give the Mariners an early lead.
Just his second home run of the season. Then Frankie Gutierrez, he follows with a base hit up the middle. After that, Dustin Ackley. He comes up with the double.
Mike Carp, 13-game hitting streak with him with this base hit up the middle to drive in a couple of runs. So the Mariners off to a hot start.
And then how about Casper Wells? Picks up a home run. He's second as a Mariner. They hit it a long ways into that bullpen. But defense was the big picture for the Mariners last night. Some outstanding plays and one play in particular at home plate that you don't see every day when you see it up at a ballpark.
A lot of subtleties in last night's game defensively that made the difference. We'll move on to the seventh inning here. Carl Crawford at the plate. Ellsbury on the move as Ackley covers the bag. Mariners catch a break ball hit right at second base, and he handles it easily.
Eighth inning, here's Pedroia. He hits into a 1-6-3 double play. Great job by Jack Wilson and Jamie Wright.
And maybe the play of the game. Great mechanics from Bart and Jack Wilson to get McDonald, who had a terrific jump at first base. But you see Wilson let the ball travel. That's the key, and puts a quick tag on him. And that could have saved the ball game.
Darnell McDonald had a running start.
Yes.
That was an incredible throw by Josh Bart, who had a fantastic night. We're going to have more on that in a couple of seconds. Pitching matchup today, Tim Wakefield for the Red Sox goes for career win number 200. And Charlie Furbush faces off against the Red Sox for the very first time. So that's our pitching matchup. More on the outstanding defensive play at home plate and a reversal. It's coming up next as we get you closer to first pitch action here at Safeco Field.
Sports brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By CenturyLink. Quest is now CenturyLink. Visit CenturyLink.com to learn more. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting Grammy winner Johnny Lang with J.J. Gray Friday night, August 19th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Welcome back here in the pen. Well, you see Mariner blue, Red Sox red, and also orange. That's right, Oregon State orange. This is a big private party for Jacoby Ellsbury, the Oregon native. Of course, the Oregon State grad won a national championship with the Beavers. A late arriving crowd. Nice to see the bus made it up here, and they will be here for first pitch as we get you ready for first pitch in the series finale. Let's go back up to the booth now. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, joined by Jen Mueller. More answers about that play at the plate in the fourth inning last night.
Fourth inning, heck of a play. Ellsbury trying to score, contact with Bard. Jen, what did you find out from the umpires last night?
Well, I know that you guys were talking about in all of your baseball experience, you have never seen anything like this. And that's exactly what crew chief Brian O'Nora said, that he has never seen a play that needs to be overturned at home. But as you take a look at the replays, it was Mark Ripperger who was behind the plate. And he said that when he called him safe, he was looking at Bard's glove and did not see the ball in his hand against his chest. When the umpires conferred in the middle of the field, Ripperger was sure that the runner was out, but he was hesitant to make another delayed call for fear that it would look too indecisive. And Brian O'Nora said, you know, really, we talked about it as a crew. They looked at the replay a number of times and decided that it was a tough call. It was the right call, and it was bolstered by the confidence that he had, knowing that the play that he saw behind the plate was, in fact, the right play. So never before had they seen it either. But, you know, kind of an interesting learning lesson, teaching point for those guys.
That's for sure. He looked at the glove, looked in the perimeter. He should have looked hand second, and that's where the ball was. Jen, thank you. Good stuff. Umpires getting ready for today's game. And we are getting closer to first pitch action here at Safeco Field. It's the Mariners against the Red Sox. Wakefield against Furbush. First pitch straight ahead. Well, for the last 2 days, 40,000 plus fans have jammed their way into Safeco Field. Today appears to be no exception. On a beautiful Sunday afternoon, it's the Boston Red Sox concluding their only visit here to Safeco Field this season, and the Mariners trying to get this series. Rubber match today. Red Sox and the Mariners. Welcome, everybody, to Mariner Baseball here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and let's take a quick look at the Boston batting order that will be facing Charlie Furbush.
Leading things up, it'll be Jacoby Ellsbury. What a year he is having. Then it's Pedroia Gonzalez leading the league and hitting. 92 RBIs for Gonzalez. Euclid back in the lineup. He will hit cleanup. Ortiz, Lowry, Crawford, Salta-Lamacchia, and Darnell McDonald will hit ninth.
Here's Ellsbury to lead it off. Takes a pitch up high. Crew Chief Brian Onora behind home plate tonight. Or this afternoon, Alfonso Marquez at first, Ed Hickox at second, Mark Rippinger at third. Swing and a miss by Ellsbury. Furbush in his third Mariners start, first against Boston. Very comfortable, 63 degrees here at Safeco. Breaking ball, got him on strike two. Ellsbury last night with a 2-run homer off of Felix Hernandez, 2-hit night. Top hitters in the American League. 2-2. Biggest key today, Mike, for Furbush against this potent offense?
Stay away from the crooked numbers and try to keep him in the ballpark if you can. The Red Sox have had success hitting the ball out of the ballpark. Ellsbury being one of them with the 2-run homer that he had hit last night. But they have power up and down their lineup.
They hit 3 home runs the first game Friday night, 2 last night. Mariners with a couple of first inning home runs, Ichiro and Wells last evening. 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. One down here in the first inning.
Take a look at the numbers for Charlie. A 4.46 ERA, 4.42 in the third innings pitched for him, 29 strikeouts to 19 walks. And the defense behind him this afternoon. Wells will get the start in left field. Gutierrez out in center. Ichiro in right. And on the infield, Kyle Seager starts at third. Jack Wilson at shortstop. Ackley and Karp on the right side of the infield. And Olivo is behind the plate.
There's Dustin Pedroia. Back in the customary 2-hole. Having another fine year. Pedroia commenting on the movement of Felix Hernandez's pitches last night. So he got a laugh out of Josh Bard. Dustin was all over Mark Rippinger. Says, come on, you're going to give him 6 to 8 inches out there and outside on the edges, and he's already the best pitcher in the game. Come on. He said Bard was just laughing at him. Jack Wilson to stretch. Oh, nice job down there by Mike Hart. Maintain. Here comes Terry Francona already. Pedroia upset. First base coach Ron Johnson trying to send him back. Alfonso Marquez is the umpire at first base. Terry got thrown out of the game last night. The play was reversed. Take a look and see.
Jack gets rid of it quickly like he usually does. It's wide of the base. Karp trying to stretch out there as far as he can. And it's hard to tell.
Slightly.
I'm going to say he was on the base.
That's a
By the
heck
time
of a
he
split.
catches it, yeah.
Here's a good look right here.
Or maybe not.
There you go. I'll take B.
That's a great play by Karp over there.
Sell it. Here's Adrian Gonzalez, leading hitter in the American League.
Reminded me of another first baseman, the way he laid down for that. He used to do it all the time. Big Cat. Andres Galarraga used to do that.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
Saw Doug Fister do that a couple of days ago. He was covering first and did
splits.
Yeah, he did it. That was pretty wild. Marvelous year by Gonzalez. Couple of hits last night and a run scored. 500 in the first 2 games here. Carter. Been a lot of good things happening for him. 1, 2, 3 in the first. Coming up for the Mariners, Ichiro Gutierrez and Ackley on this beautiful Sunday in Seattle. the lineup for the Mariners. Their batting order today, Mike.
Ichiro leading things off. Had a home run on the first pitch of the game last night. Franklin Gutierrez, 5 multi-hit games in a row for Franklin. And he's stolen 3 bases in this series so far. Then it's Ackley, Carp, Pena, Oliva back in the lineup hitting 6th. Wells, Wilson, and Kyle Seager will hit 9th.
Tim Wakefield, career record 199 and 176. Knuckleball in there. First strike. Kurt Young, the pitching coach, said basic mechanics. Don't get out in front of yourself and get a good push on that knuckleball. And he's been doing it for a long time.
Take a look at the grip from Wakefield.
There's the push right in there.
And the other key, lock that wrist. You can see he doesn't turn his wrist at all. Try to take all the rotation off of it if you can. As a hitter, if you see it spinning a little bit, probably a good pitch to hack at.
Popped up left field. Sunfield for Crawford with the glasses on makes the catch.
Season numbers for Wakefield: 4.92 ERA, 113 in the 3rd innings pitched, 62 strikeouts. When we were in Boston, we saw him get strikeout number 2,000. And the defense behind him: Crawford in left, Ellsbury in center field, McDonald getting the start in right. And on the infield, Euclid is back in the lineup. He will play 3rd base. Lowry and Pedroia up the middle. Gonzalez at first, and Salta Lamacchia will do the catching this afternoon.
Wakefield said yesterday that 2,000th strikeout as a member of the Sox is a very emotional day for him. Remember, the Mariners would lose that game 11-7. You get 10 hits, 7 runs off of Wakefield. Red Sox had gotten out in front early, and then Brendan Ryan hit a grand slam in that game. Gutierrez pops one up. Gonzalez has got some room. 2 outs.
Let's take a look at this baseball coming in. No, that's not a still picture. That's actually the baseball going to home, and virtually no rotation on it. And I think when it leaves Wakefield's hand, he doesn't know where it's going. Veritek won't know where it's going, and the hitters certainly don't. He will change speeds on it, though. He can throw one that's a little bit harder than the other, depending on what he wants it to do.
You saw it well during when you played against him, though, right?
I did. Well, for me, I was fortunate because he had a couple that he had left up to me, and fortunately, I just made up my mind from talking to people that if there was something up in the zone, the hard part is typically their pitches up, maybe even out of the zone, which are the best ones to take a hack at. His knuckleball will be anywhere from 65 miles an hour to 72, 74, somewhere in there. And if it's spinning at all, I think you have to take a hack at it.
2-1 from Wakefield, who turned 45 on August 2nd.
I think the guys, for the most part, will be able to put him in play. It's just a matter if they're able to put him in play hard, and that's not going to be the case in the first inning.
Yeah, that was an example of what you're talking about. Not that you'd want to stay away from if you can. Pedroia to Gonzalez for the out. So we're through 1, no score. Enjoying it here in Seattle. second inning here, folks. And a reminder that the next BECU half-price family night is coming up tomorrow. Blue Jays are in town, and for as little as $10, you can take your family and friends out to the ballpark. Enjoy a summer evening here at Safeco Field. For your tickets, go to mariners.com/specials. Nice, bright sunshine bathing Safeco Field here. They begin play, second inning. Kevin Youkilis, David Ortiz, Jed Lowry, 4, 5, and 6. Coming up here for the Red Sox against Charlie Furbush.
Speaking of the Blue Jays coming into town tomorrow, I haven't looked lately. How's Batista doing? Is he still out in front in home runs?
Tell you in a sec, but I'd say they won. They beat the Angels 5-4 today.
He's something, isn't he?
He is tied with Mr. Granderson, who has caught him at 33. How about that? The Grandy man did yesterday. Hit one out. Youkilis, our first time seeing him in this series. Stepped back the last couple of days. Prevented him from playing.
In that game tomorrow, Michael Pineda will go for the Mariners. Henderson Alvarez, haven't seen him. See what he has for the Blue Jays.
Furbush ahead of Youkilis, 1 and 2. And breaking ball misses. Youkilis third on the team in RBIs with 76, trailing Gonzalez and Ortiz. The more unique batting applications you'll ever see. Big Papi David Ortiz is on deck. Full count here to Uke.
See the separation in Youkilis' hands as he gets ready at home plate. But like all good hitters, he'll have to get himself into a good hitting position as the ball's coming to home, and he gets that out of the way early. I think it's just something that he's come up with to get himself to relax. But it's definitely unique. See his year 267, 16 home runs.
Furbush again, 3 and 2. Strike him out. Youkilis is gone. 89th strikeout for Youkilis. He has the most Ks on the Red Sox team. Second strikeout for Furbush.
Youkilis expanding the strike zone. The pitch looked like it was up, maybe off the plate away. But take a look at his hands as he slides them back down into a normal position.
Got an index finger.
Yep, but you can see he gets himself right where you need to be as a hitter. See a lot of guys that are unique. Edgar Martinez used to have his hands really high with the barrel out over his head, but as the pitcher would come, he'd drop his hands back into a slot.
Here's Ortiz. Boy,
he tried to ruin our night last night, didn't he, Dave?
He halted normal breathing for about 8 to 10 seconds last night.
He hit a ball off the glass out at the Hit It Here Cafe. Fortunately, it was just foul.
And boy, did he hit it. Wow. He drew a walk on a 3-2 pitch. It was in the 8th inning. Mariners holding a 1-run lead. He did go, says Mark Rippinger. He was a home plate umpire. Ortiz not real pleased with him. As we mentioned, Ellsbury and Pedroia was still burned about 2 hours ago. Talking about him.
I would say that was borderline, and as a hitter, you always want it to go your way.
Strike 3 call. So Charlie Furbush, everybody, with his second strikeout in a row, and he gets the 4 and 5 hitters. Youkilis and Ortiz, that's his 3rd K here in the early going.
Perfect pitch from Charlie right on the outside corner.
Remember we were talking when Jay and Buhner was here the other day. I said how much talking goes on when talking to yourself. That's a conversation you want to make just the solo effort. You don't want to join in.
No. That is definitely one of them. Still upset. You can tell he's not happy. Comes down to counts. Changes everything in that bat. Changing everything for the pitcher on what he's going to throw. Depending on whether that is called the swing or not.
2 outs, nobody on. 1-1 to Jed Lowry. Came on as a pinch hitter last night. He homered in the first game of the series.
Jed Lowry from North Salem High School in Oregon.
Good Northwest representation. He and Ellsbury on this ball club. Outside, 3-1. Carl Crawford's on deck. This one down to the third baseman Kyle Seager, throws to Cart, and Charlie Furbo 6 up, 6 down. Coming up, it'll be Cart, Pena, and Olivo for the Mariners against the Red Sox. Field. His first batter here in the second inning is Mike Cart. Blazing bat of Cart, drives one left field, but Crawford will take care of it. Just shy of the track. 1 out. For Tim Wakefield, since 2000 on the West Coast, that includes interleague play. San Francisco, LA, San Diego. Boy, 2-16. Almost a 6 ERA, 277 batting average, and it's a different story in the other part of the country.
I have no explanation for that.
I don't think he does either, but it sort of just jumps out at you as Wakefield goes for number 200, career win number 200. That's got to be, some effects on his knuckleball and the weather out here as closer to the ocean, the air a little bit heavier as Willie Pena faces Wakefield for the first time. 0-2. Willie Mo making his debut, Mariner debut last night, 0-4. His bat hits it down to the shortstop Lowry. Gonzalez for the second out. Brings up Miguel Oliva. still the home run and RBI leader. How about Josh Bard? Everybody's still buzzing about the game he turned in last night. He was watching some tape, went by the tape room, just gave him thumbs up. Said, hey man, thanks. Guys at Felix, Jason Vargas, Robbie Thompson, Eric Wedge. I mean, everybody was still hyped up over the performance he turned in last night.
It wasn't just the play at the plate. How about him throwing McDonald out, who had a great jump at first? I didn't think he was going to be able to get him, but veteran catcher stayed through with his mechanics, didn't panic at all in a critical time in the game as Olivo hits this out to second, was able to throw him out.
Quick inning. Wakefield very effective through 2, as is Charlie Furbish. Third coming up. Let's take a look at our fan polls for today, and this is a good one. What's your favorite pitch to watch at 12-6? Curveball, 100-mile-an-hour heater, knuckleball, or the Ephus pitch? And every time I see Ephus pitch, I was thinking, man, let's go back to 1941. Rip Sewell against Ted Williams, the All-Star game.
How far did that Ephus pitch go?
Oh, about 9 miles. That was his second one in the at-bat. Mr. Williams hit it a very long way. Mark Burley, Vicente Padilla, and Ivan Hernandez. They've been known to throw it in more recent times. It's Carl Crawford.
Do you have a favorite?
I would say I like a good 12-6. Having grown up in the era of Mr. Koufax and Drysdale and those people. Not real keen at this stage of my life to face any of them right now.
Pick the Ephus if you're going to.
Yeah, you know it, pal. You know it. At least you get one. Take a shot at it. Look, the softball guys that come in here, hit, just load up, back-leg it, and just swing hard.
I think I like the knuckleball.
Well, you would. I mean, the numbers you have against Wakefield, I don't blame you.
What I was thinking about was more watching my boys try to throw it. And I used to try to throw it. You watch the infielders; they're out there, they're trying to throw it.
Right. That's a good point. Saltalamacchia on deck. Exercise specialist for the Mariners, Alan Wardle. He throws a heck of a knuckleball. I see him warming up all the time before games.
Be careful playing catch with him.
Oh no, you know what? And if
you'll
I
take one in the shin before you know it.
There's no question. And if I see him, I always make sure he's throwing the other way. Then I walk by him. Crawford with a walk. It's a nice knuckleball he throws. Here's Saltalamacchia. He was teammates with Justin Smoke in minor leagues in the Texas system and for a few games up in the bigs. He was really upset about That ground ball that Smoke took and broke his nose first game of the series. So he texted him and emailed him and since talked a couple of times. There's Smoke. I said, Smoke, dude, you look like you took a right hand from Tyson's. That's what I feel like.
Well, as players, you go hard and you want to beat the other guys, but you don't want to see them get hurt.
Absolutely not. That was a great thing about last night's play with Bard. I mean, Ellsbury said, yeah, I was out. But I said, I can't believe he held on to the ball.
That's the thing that you and we marveled at that the entire time. And the way he held on to it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Right? 1-1 to Saltalamacchia. He's a switch hitter. First game of the series, Saltalamacchia went 2 for 4, a couple strikeouts.
Bounced around a little bit, but it looks like he's found a home in Boston, hitting .257 with 11 home runs, 16 doubles.
Big kid, too. 6'4", 6'5" for catcher. Texas, Atlanta, now Boston. Crawford 14 out of 19 in base stealing. He's at first. 1-2. Throw. Crawford back safely. Breaking ball. Strike 3 call. How about Charlie Furbush? We're in the 3rd inning. He's got 4 strikeouts, the last 2 looking. Let's check in with Jen Mueller.
Guys, a little bit more on Justin Smoke. He was in the clubhouse today and in good humor after learning that he has a non-displaced fracture in his nose and a hairline fracture in his cheek. We actually saw the hat that he was wearing that night that took the brunt of that blow, and it broke the bill of his cap. And Justin said he wasn't really surprised or wasn't really sure why everybody was paying so much attention, because he figures it happens to everybody at least once in their career. He did draw the line when they suggested that he wear a protective face mask on the field when he returns, and said the hardest part is they told him he can't sneeze or blow his nose right now. So you can tell he's got his humor back. Yeah.
There's a guy named Jason once offered him a mask.
Can you imagine if he went out to first with Josh Bard's catcher's mask on?
Hey, the way the ball has jumped on him, the ground ball that ate him alive on the left hand, right? A couple weeks ago.
Thumb.
Got the thumb, and now this one. And in both times, textbook, he was down, balanced, and the ball the ball just took a brutal hop on. Here's McDonald. He got a spectacular jump last night and was thrown out by Bard. All in 2 strikes from Charlie Furbush. See, just the 51st game for Darnell.
Only 88 at-bats on the year for him, 4 home runs.
He was in a situation like Dave Roberts was in the 04 ALCS. Had to get the bag, and he went for it. And that was a great play that beat him. One out, one on here in the 3rd inning. Crawford doesn't go. And that pitch misses. 2-2. Charlie Furbush missed the entire 08 season. Had Tommy John surgery on his left elbow.
Topping out at 93 miles an hour. Slow breaking ball at 74.
2-2. Crawford takes off. And Olivo on the transfer. Can't make the throw, but McDonald strikes out. That's strikeout number 5. 2 in a row for Furbush, and stolen base number 15 for Carl Crawford. There's 2 outs.
And with Crawford running, you can't afford any mistakes at all. You won't make up the difference. And as soon as he bobbles it, you can see him drop it out of his bare hand. Crawford slides in without a throw.
Those thrown out 21 would-be base stealers this year. Top of the order now. Here's Ellsbury. Furbush's going to get out of it. Ackley throws to Cart, and that'll do it for the Red Sox. They get Crawford to second and no further. Home third coming up. Bottom third of the order for the Mariners. It'll be Wells, Wilson, and Seager here at Safeco Field. Texas seems like a long time ago, Mike.
Good.
Yeah. Your local temperature here in Dallas-Fort Worth is 109 at 6 a.m. There's Casper Wells to lead it off, followed by Jack Wilson and Kyle Seager. Wells 0 for 3 career against Tim Wakefield.
Mariners need a hit. Somebody on base. Put Wakefield in the stretch. Put a little pressure on them if they can.
3-0.
When he falls behind, he will throw a fastball. Sometimes he'll throw a curveball. And yes, 72 miles an hour is his fastball.
Long ways from when he broke in with the Pirates back in '92, going 8-1. He's converted infield. Fouls with the Pirates in '92 went 8-1 with a 2.15 ERA. '93, 6-11 with a 5.61. Jack Wilson's on deck. Been with the Red Sox since 1995. Three-two pitch to Wells. Draws a walk. A fan pulse. See the results here. Favorite pitch is for the fans. They like to see the heels. You're going to love Michael Pineda tomorrow against the Blue Jays.
Brandon League last night saving the game, topped out at 99 miles an hour. He almost clicked it up there at 100.
12-6 curveball. That's Bert Blyleven. There's a great curveball.
That's a great curveball.
We'll see Bert and the Twins last road trip. Back half of September. Throw by Saltalamacchia into center field. Wells will get the third. Ellsbury's throw. Saved by Euclid. So a stolen base and an error. The Mariners have a runner at third base with nobody out. Third stolen base for Wells.
And the Mariners have continued to run in this series. Wakefield, the slow knuckleball. Saltalamacchia bounces it down. It looked like, yeah, it is Pedroia. Pedroia not able to keep it on the infield. Wells gets up right away, sees the play in front of him.
Beauty the pop-up slide. So an RBI opportunity here for Jack Wilson. Jack 2 for 3 last night.
Jack has his average up to 244 now. Going to get the bulk of the playing time at shortstop while Brendan Ryan's on the DL.
Back up the middle. That'll get the job done. Mariners have a 1-0 lead. Infield hit by Jack Wilson. For Jack, his 10th RBI of the year. Scoring easily as Wells.
And with Wakefield pitching his knuckleball right around 66 miles an hour, the infield expecting him to pull it. Chops it over the mound. Lowry having to go a long ways, makes the throw, but Jack runs well. No chance to get him. And why not send him to keep running?
I agree.
Wakefield is quick to first. He has some quick feet. He will try to keep him close that way. But once he starts to home, it's difficult for the catchers. One, it's a knuckleball they're trying to handle. Two, it's 65 miles an hour.
Check in with Jen Mueller.
Well, Kyle Seager is more than a little anxious about facing his first knuckleballer. He solicited a lot of advice from his teammates. Franklin Gutierrez saying that if it's up a little higher, that's the one you want to go for. Mike Flowers, what would you tell the youngster?
I would tell him exactly that. And when you swing and when you decide you're going to take a hack, turn it loose. So many of these guys are used to the pitchers providing all the power. They throw 92, 93 miles an hour. And they have their own hitting technique and they don't overswing. I think you have to get out of that when you're facing Wakefield. Get a pitch that's up, it seems to flatten out a little bit, and then turn it loose like the first pitch that Kyle ended up getting. And sometimes you even have to look a little bit higher, which is difficult because these guys are so used to getting the ball down into the strike zone, Dave. But if you can get the ball up, he'll elevate it for you. It'll go a long ways.
That good weight transfer. Boy, get the hips, open them up. 0-2 now to Seager.
And you can even see on that pitch with Kyle, he's just not used to the 66 miles an hour. He starts his hands a little bit early and your timing gets off and you end up taking a pitch. Sometimes you have to see it a couple of times to get a feel for it.
First time seeing it. Tim Wakefield. And he jumps on that one. Base hit. Jack Wilson stumbles, slams on the brakes. They got the stop sign from Jeff Datz, the third base coach. First and second for the Mariners with Ichiro coming up. A run in on the RBI by Wilson.
And there you can see it. That knuckleball starts above the belt. That's the one you want to attack. Even though it drops a little bit, your eyes see it well because it's up in the zone. And Kyle ends up getting a solid base hit into right.
Euclid in on the grass at third for Ichiro. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Pulls one. Gonzalez, Lowry, pitcher covering. Wakefield safe.
And now the safe at second.
He sure did.
They're saying Lowry came off the bag.
Ed Hickok said that Lowry. I guess Lowry will take another look. Here comes Terry Francona.
He may get thrown again today. This is the second time Francona has come out of the dugout.
And Hickok's the umpire at second.
So many times, if you're in the area, they'll give it to you because they'll give the players a chance to protect themselves. But they said Lowry too far away from the base. We'll take a look at it.
He got to touch it. He's close enough to get a piece. And and I guess according to Hickox, that right foot. Yep,
didn't touch it. You can see him come across the bag, and they'll usually swipe it over the top of the bag. The umpire can see it clearly. That was behind it. And even through the replays, I can't tell if he kicked the backside of the base.
The Mariners have him loaded up, nobody out. Fielder's choice E6 now. Gutierrez, great opportunity here. Base is loaded. Mariners up 1-0 and nobody out. He fouled out to Gonzalez first time. Tries this one. Left field. Going back is Crawford. That'll get a run in as Jack Wilson tags and scores, and hustling to third is Kyle Seager. 2-0 Mariners.
Franklin Gutierrez sticking to his own scouting report. He gets a knuckleball that looks like it's up out of the strike zone, elevated, which is a great pitch in this situation to take a hack at, because you don't want to hit into the double play. And there it is, up. That is really up. Most of the time Franklin would take that pitch, but at 66 miles an hour he's able to get on top of it and lines it deep out to the warning track in left field.
And the curious thing, Ichiro did not follow Seager. He didn't move up a bag. Seager went from second to third. 1 out. Keeps the double play in order. Dustin Ackley. Since 2000, this is a look at Tim Wakefield on the road. It's 2000. That includes West Coast. We're talking interleague play, LA, San Diego, and San Francisco. Nothing doing.
.32 pitches for Wakefield. Ackley grounded out to second base his first time up.
1-0. Terry Francona, he's been out in the field twice already, protesting a couple of calls. 2-0. Here Wakefield not happy with himself. 3-0. Saltalamacchia, the catcher, has a little different approach as you look at Carp, poor weights. His little side saddle. And a poor pitch walk to Ackley. Loads him up again. Second walk of the inning and the ball game for Tim Wakefield. So Carp with him loaded up. Flied out to left in his first at bat. One out, bases loaded for Carp. There's a base hit. Carp continues to shine. Seager scores to hold Ichiro at third. Another base hit for Mike Carp. And the Mariners have a 3-0 lead.
Another RBI for Carp. He has driven in a lot of runs since being recalled. More RBIs than games played. 14-game hitting streak now for Mike. And again, another one up in the zone. Mike has been aggressive, and he attacks this pitch, hammers it into right field. Hit it so hard, Ichiro with good speed is not able to score from second as it gets out to the right fielder.
Base is still loaded. Willie Pena. Broken bat, ground out to short his first time. That one hit off the helmet. Saltalamacchia. More is better.
Against the #1 offensive club in the American League, I would agree. Continue to add on to it.
Eighth man to the plate. Gonzalez with room. No tag. 2 outs. So Miguel Olivos, the 9th man to the plate here in the 3rd inning. Miguel grounded out to second base. It's 5 for 19 against Tim Wakefield. Tapper off the end of the bat. Tough go. Wakefield to throw him out. 3's good. There's no question about it. They would have liked to have gotten a little more, but 3-0 Mariners after 3.
Over Boston right now in the top of the 4th. Meantime, everybody following this story. Dan Uggla searching for number 34 facing the Cubs. It's our Sterling Savings Bank highlight. Up to bat in the 5th. He bloops one to shallow right field, but it's former Oregon State Beaver Darwin Barney with a great diving catch. He grounded out to end the 7th, and he did not get another at bat. So the streak is over. Dave and Mike, it's over at 33 games. Back upstairs.
Well, it was a good run there by Dan Uggla. Thank you, Angie. And Atlanta was here a month and change ago, and he couldn't find it. Matter of fact, I don't think he played but more one game in that series.
I think he played in 2 of them, but he was hitting 175 when he was here, really struggling. Couldn't even put the ball in play. And so Joe D's record is safe again, Dave.
Going to be it will continue to be for a long time. Carp is 1/4 of the way to the record if you're trying to run a parallel track.
14-game hitting streak for Mike.
Pedroia, he grounded out to shortstop his first at bat. 2-0 the count. Mike Carp, what a run he's on.
I heard something today that I found interesting, and that was with Joe DiMaggio, through his 56-game hitting streak, he hit 15 home runs.
Right.
Uggla tied that for a streak, home runs during a streak. So he was at 33 going in today. He had hit 15 home runs. Then I had to laugh because Willie Stargell did the same thing, but Willie Stargell's streak was 24 games and he had 15 home runs.
Hello. Line drive. Nice play, Jack Wilson. Goes airborne. 1 down. Great diving stop by Jack Wilson.
Well, all year long, Jack has wanted to play shortstop. He's getting an opportunity now with Brendan Ryan on the DL. And defensively, he can still get it done. Nice play from Jack.
Here's Gonzalez. Line drive. Right field. Gonzalez not a fast runner. Ichiro will hold him right there.
I told those numbers about Stargell to Ron Fairley, who's working over on radio this weekend. And Ron looked at me and goes, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a 15-game hitting streak and he'd hit 24 home runs.
Amen.
Ron had played against him a lot in his career. Has a lot of respect for Willie Stargell.
Pops. The late Willie Stargell. Willie Dornell Stargell. Chicken on the hill with Will. Hit a chicken emporium that if he went deep, chickens on the house in Pittsburgh. Chicken on the hill with Will, the hill section of Pittsburgh. Here's Youkilis. Struck out on a 3-2 pitch.
In his heyday, he gave away a lot of chicken.
Yeah. I believe he hit 475 home runs. Skipper's feet. I was at a game, the old Vet Stadium in Philly, and you take a shot here at Safeco Field, a ball Stargell hit, they marked the seat. It would be the equivalent of hitting one pretty much just under the AOS 1997 championship banner in McField. I mean, they got killed.
Yeah, at one point they had a number of ballparks in the National League.
Yeah.
Measured up with Willie's home runs.
Of course, Frank Howard had a lot of seats at RFK. Youkilis draws a walk. Here come the Sox.
Staying away from the base on balls. That's what you want to do against the Red Sox. They're going to get their hits.
Now you got Ortiz, who still hacked at a check swing that he got rung up on. Eventually took a called third strike. A 1-2 count. Brings a tying run to the plate, 1 out. Bush in some hot water. Like I said, he was still hacked off from that check swing that didn't go his way.
He tried to tie the ball game with this swing. He gets a fastball up and just turns it loose. Bush threw it by him, though. He was late on that fastball.
Ball outside. I gotta believe that Miguel Olivo thinking along with you. Stay away. Straight away and deep side of the outfield plays Ortiz. Jack Wilson playing him. Shortstop right up the middle. They go Salk for a strike. 1-2. Bush in his third Mariners start. First against Boston. Big spot here. 1 out. Big 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit foul. First game for Charlie, 5th start, 2011. 1-2 to center field. It is split the difference. That'll load him up. Broke his bat, dropped one in between Goody and Jack Wilson. Bases are loaded for Jed Lowry. Larry Bernandez's legend. It continues to grow. Has now grown into its own 7-inch bobblehead. Saturday, August 27th, Mariners and the White Sox get together. First 20,000 fans take home a one-of-a-kind Larry Bernandez bobblehead. It's thanks to Root Sports. Get your tickets at mariners.com/tickets.
That's great that Felix put that on.
That is. Now we got a situation here. 1 out, bases loaded. Jed Lowry grounded out to third. Pedroia hard line out to Jack Wilson. Diving stop. Base hit Gonzalez. Walk Euclid. Base hit Ortiz.
This is a point in the game. Something that Jamie Moyer, another Mariner, a left-hander, used to talk about all the time. Damage control.
0-1. Try to keep it to a minimum.
You have to, and if the base is loaded with one out, you know that you're in some trouble. As you take a look at the swing by Lowry, fouls it straight back. And you're not always going to get out of these situations without giving up a run. If you give up a run, you can live with it. What you want to stay away from is the big inning. You know, it would be nice to get a double play ball and get out of here, but if there's a sacrifice fly, you have to live with it.
Fly ball left field towards the line. Wells is there, makes the catch, and scoring on the sac fly is Gonzalez. So an RBI for Lowry is 27th. Sox on the board. It's 3-1 Mariners. There's 2 down.
Now is when you have to make the pitch and get off the field. Find a way to get Carl Crawford out.
Let me know when you find a breather in the lineup.
We talked about that. The Mariners having to face the Rangers and now these guys.
And Toronto coming in and swings the bat.
It's tough.
Crawford drew a walk on 4 pitches. First time. Popped up. Jack Wilson's going to take it. There's your damage control. Mikey home to a sac fly. Worked out well for Charlie Furbush and the Mariners to go to the home 4th. 3-1 Seattle. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Our Banner Bank building to the future. We're going to keep you up to speed on minor league news and notes throughout the inning here. A little scroll along the bottom, so check it out. Rally fries. Hard to die for.
I like the hair.
Yeah. Nice job by Charlie Furbush to get out of what could have been a really damaging situation. In the top of the 4th, here's Wakefield. First pitch to Casper Wells for a strike.
Casper walked, stole a base, ended up at third on an error by Saltalamacchia, and eventually scored.
It's a good inning by the Mariners. They send 9 men to the plate. They did leave them loaded, but they do get 3 runs, 2 earned. 0-2 here to Wells. Saltalamacchia's glove for a strikeout. First of the day for Wakefield. We'll bring up Jack Wilson. Infield hit, RBI last time. Nice diving play. Rob Pedroia, top half of this inning. Broke his bat. Is that enough to drop in? No. Ellsbury, great speed. Good closing speed for the out.
Puts this one off the end of the bat. Gets a pitch that's up, but it moved away from him. That's the tough part of the knuckleball. Last minute, it will move around on you. And Ellsbury, see Pedroia, he went a long ways out to try to make a play himself.
Seager was behind 0-2. Drilled a base hit to right. Talking about Toronto coming in. Another team swings a bat. 6th in average, 4th in runs, 5th in homers. The count. Stuck one in there. Well, dribbler. Wakefield, who says he's going to pitch till 50, keeps going like this. You can see why he's going to make it. He's 45 right now. He's down 3-1. Very much in this ball game. We'll be back with more right after this. To you by Budweiser. This year, Budweiser will donate $100, the Folds of Honor, for every home run hit in Major League Baseball. Visit Facebook.com/Budweiser to see how you can help support our nation's heroes. And men and women of the armed services, we thank you for your service. Here's Saltalamacchia to lead it off, followed by Darnell McDonald and Jacoby Ellsbury, 8-9-1 against Charlie Furbush. Allowed just one run in the 4th inning. Could have been a lot worse. Seager stays right with it, vacuums it up, throws over to Carp, 1 down. He's looked comfortable down there, hasn't he?
Yes, I would agree with that. CenturyLink high-speed pitch. Wakefield 73 miles an hour. Charlie 93. He has a better arm than I thought, too. It looks like he backhanded plays. He can make the backhanded play. Strong arm.
McDonald struck out in a 2-2 pitch. Mariner RBIs today. Gutierrez, Carp, and Wilson. It's playable. Zach Wilson says he has it, and he does. Every major leaguer hopes to find their power stroke in the batter's box. Ford has theirs with the Super Duty 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel engine. Slugging percentage isn't an issue with the Ford Duty Power Stroke engine. Ford Super Duty, built Ford tough. Quick 2 outs. Here's Ellsbury, 0 for 2, strikeout, ground out as we begin the third time around against Charlie Furbush. He's gained some confidence after escaping that fourth, right?
And he should. You're facing a club that scores a lot of runs and veteran group of hitters able to work your way out of a jam.
Oh, good pitch. 0-2.
Next pitch will be number 70 for Charlie.
Red Sox are scoreboard watching. They see that the Yankees were postponed. Their game, they got rained out against Tampa Bay. Cleveland got rained out at home as well. Red Sox starting the day. Game up on the Yankees. 1-2. Bender missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Couldn't get the snap on that breaking ball. Charlie works from that extreme third base side of the rubber. He's come crossfiring against his left-handers.
Sometimes you try to throw him your best breaking ball and it ends up spinning and no break to it. It looked like that was the case. A backup slider.
Six-time Ellsbury. Been hit. Tried to come back with the same pitch he'd thrown prior. Here's Pedroia. Grounded out to Jack Wilson at shortstop, and Jack had to make a Superman dive to his left to rob Pedroia of a base hit in the fourth. Pedroia, the 7th leading hitter in the American League. Play against a guy this size and stature who can bat anywhere from 1 through 4, 5 with pop.
It was impressive to see him hit the ball out of right center field last night.
That was a poke.
You don't see many right-handed hitters do that.
Leans into this one pretty good. Gutierrez, though, has it under control on the track, makes the catch. So Pedroia raised the hopes of the Red Sox fans here at Safeco Field, but the Mariner fans rejoice with Duty making a catch. It's 3-1 Mariners. Lead and good commerce today here at Safeco Field. All 3 games, and we've got 40,000 plus without a doubt. In fact, biggest crowd, we'll get the number for you before long, but I'm thinking up around 42, 43,000 easily.
I would agree.
0-1 to Ichiro. Just fly to left, reached on a fielder's choice. 3 runs for the Mariners in the 3rd inning. 2 of them earned. They left the bases loaded against Wakefield. Boy, that thing is dancing. Ichiro, Gutierrez, and Ackley. 5th. Lowry surrounds it quick. Release. Safe. Infield hit for Ichiro. Infield hit for Ichiro, 1 for 3. And for Ichiro, it's base hit number 132.
You know, hit this over in the hole. The shortstop, Lowry, it's a good play on the ball. He has to get rid of it quickly. He knows Ichiro's getting down the line. Accurate throw. That was awfully close.
Taking it out to get the smell that big. Base hit. Candace with a sac fly his last time up. First time he fouled out to Gonzalez.
We're talking about Saltalamacchia with a little side saddle. The way he catches the knuckleball. A couple of things with that. One, it's difficult to block a ball when you're sitting back like that. And you see catchers, they usually get up a little bit when the runner is on first so that they have a chance to throw him out. As Gutierrez will hit this out in the left field for a base hit. So he's really up against it if the guys decide to run.
Yeah, that's not primo position, but it's built to protect yourself and make the catch.
Try to catch. Yeah, look, you can see it looks like a first baseman's mitt instead of a catcher's glove. It's Franklin Gutierrez, who's had 5 consecutive multi-hit games. Checks in with a base hit here. Already has an RBI, sac fly back in the 3rd. Let me take a look at that glove. And it's a first baseman's glove.
Ichiro aboard, 29th infield hit, 6th in Major League Baseball. Gutierrez with a base hit. The Mariners developing something here with Ackley, their 3-hole hitter. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. There's a base hit. Ichiro's going to come around. He's going to score. The throw is cut off. RBI Ackley. Mariners have a 4-1 lead for Dustin. His 25th RBI.
And this is what you like to see. Mariners scored 3 runs in the 3rd. You would like to see him add on to it. Something that's been tough in the first 2 games for him. But Ackley, a solid base hit back up the middle. Ichiro scores easily on the play. Mariners 3 for 6 with men in scoring position.
Carps extended his hitting streak to 14. Base hit to right is last time up. Strike 1.
Carp with 15 RBIs now in the month of August. Coming into the game, he had 14. That was 2nd most in the major leagues for the month of August.
To left field for Crawford. Now puts it away for the first out. We're talking about Saltalamacchia catching that knuckleball. Remember Gino Petralli was Charlie Huff's basically his personal catcher. Pretty much says it all in 2 words or less. August 22, 1987. Tied a major league record. 4 pass balls in 1 inning. They had 6 in a game back in on August 30th, 8 days later. And Bob Uecker had the great line about knuckleball. Yeah, I can catch knuckleballs. Yeah, let it get to the backstop and pick it up when it stops rolling. Pedroia and Wakefield trying to catch Gutierrez napping. See if Pena can get a hold of one hard somewhere.
Alfredo Aceves in the Red Sox bullpen.
Bouncing ball, Lowry. Draw it for one. That's all they'll get. 2 outs. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Glad you're with us here on Root Sports, everybody. Dave Sims along with Mike Blowers and our Root Sports crew. Fabulous day here in Seattle. Red Sox wrapping up a series. They'll have a day off, go home. They get a weird schedule. Go home for 2 with Tampa Bay, then back out on the road. Kansas City 4 and Texas 4. Here's Olivo, a couple of groundouts. Strike one. I think of a backhand.
Right? I was thinking the same thing.
Right, because he's all the way on the left side. Now he's got to shift all the way to the right and backhand it.
And a lot of times the knuckleball moves so late, for you to react to it is difficult. And you have a runner on third.
Late movement is remarkable.
He seems to be as good as I've seen as far as just catching the knuckleball. Saltalamacchia doing a good job behind the plate.
Very important stat every game. 2-1 to Miguel. Swing and a miss. Saltalamacchia recovers. Gutierrez holds. Lolimo Pena down to second. So a wild pitch. A couple of RBIs out there for Miguel.
This one will dance, comes back inside this time.
All right, they change it to a pass ball. Wouldn't be surprised if he changed it back to a wild pitch again, to be honest with you.
Right on time, right when I say he's doing a great job catching it. Clank.
Olivo's gone. Mariners are done. They get a run, leave a couple. They've got a lead of 4-1 here against the Red Sox. Baseball and Root Sports is brought to you by AT&T. By Money Tree, looking for a loan with more time to repay? Apply for a Money Tree payday loan online at moneytreeinc.com. And by Budweiser, official beer of the Thirst Inning. Great times are on deck. Grab some buds. Safeco Field, the scene here. We wrap up a 3-game series with the Red Sox. The Toronto Blue Jays come to town for the next 3. Like the buzz in a ballpark. can lament all you want about Red Sox fans buying up a lot of tickets, but it creates a lot of buzz here at Safeco Field. Mariner fans into it. Baseball fans are into it.
I thought the overall atmosphere in last night's game was great for the young players on the Mariners side. As you mentioned a couple of times last night, you get that playoff atmosphere. It's good for them to have to play under that kind of pressure.
Against a team that will constantly keep that pressure on you.
That's a great point. Mike Carp. It's Kyle Seager over at third today.
Gonzalez, Euclid, and Ortiz 3, 4, and 5. 1 for 2 day for Adrian. They scored a run. Young players. Mr. Ackley's beard coming in all the way. Casper Wells. 1-1. This kid can hit. I mean, there's a reason why he's the #1 hitter in the American League. He uses the entire field. My goodness. Let's check in with Angie Mente.
Hey guys, thank you very much. The Blue Jays are here tomorrow, but today Angels and Blue Jays going at it, and they were tied at 4 in the 10th inning. Hopefully they got tired out. Edwin Encarnacion with 2 men on at the dish. He delivers with a rope to center field for Toronto, making them 8-0 at home in extra innings. 5-4 Toronto will be here again tomorrow. Dave, back upstairs.
Get to see the #2 home run hitter. Actually tied for first. Jose Bautista, 33 home runs.
Euclid playing this afternoon. Missed the first couple of games. Had some tightness in his back that kept him out of the lineup.
Take a look. No play. Euclid has bounced into 13 double plays. Second only to make that third on a team. Gonzalez 25 and 18 for Ortiz. So you got a couple of slow runners out there. See if Charlie can get one. Do a DP turn. Line drive right field. Ichiro makes the catch. Well done by the veteran right fielder.
Ichiro getting an opportunity to run this down. The ball just kind of hangs in the air when it was first hit. I thought it was going to be in the gap, but it hangs up long enough for Ichiro. And Euclid thought the same thing. He thought he had a base hit.
One out, one on. David Ortiz. Dropped a single into center field, splitting the difference between Jack Wilson and Franklin Gutierrez. Struck out his first time. Called strike 3. Ackley, Wilson. There's your double play. Inning over. Doctor's orders. Good prescription, huh? Mariners with a 4-1 lead over the Boston Red Sox. Brought to you by Sleep Country USA. As we talked about Toronto coming in, Jose Bautista hit his 34th, so he's on top of the home run chase in the American League. Leads the league in walks, on base percentage, and slugging as well. Mariners' next roadie takes him to Tampa Bay and then Cleveland, then back home for the White Sox and Angels. 4 games in 44 hours in the great city of Cleveland. Mariners in the 5th, set 6 men to the plate, got a run on 3 hits. Pretty well hit, deep left. Really well hit. That's gone out of here. Home run! Casper Wells, his second homer in as many nights. 5-1 Mariners. So he jumped on one, and your theme from day one against knuckleballers, turn it loose. That he did.
That he did. Knuckleball looked like it came back inside to him. And he throws his hands at it. And barrels this one up. Yep, comes back inside.
It down to Euclid. Off the bat of Jack Wilson, 1 out. Free home run hit by a Mariner player. Alaska Airlines donates 10,000 miles to our Make-A-Wish Home Runs for Wishes program. You can donate your own miles. So Make-A-Wish at alaskaair.com. So no 0-1 pitch hit by Wells, 373 feet. Here's Kyle Seager. Wakefield giving up his 19th home run, most in the Sox club. And Lester's given up 16. So Sevis, the right-hander, left-hander in the foreground is Morales. We've seen him the last couple of days. Ball center field for Ellsbury. 2 outs. Annual Boeing Salute the Kids Day. It's coming up on Sunday, August 28th. Mariners and the White Sox will be playing here at Safeco Field. 1:10 start. All kids 14 and under. You're going to take home a Felix Hernandez t-shirt plus youngsters 6 to 14. You can enter right now at any Mariners team store for honorary ballpark jobs that day. For tickets to Salute the Kids Day, go to mariners.com/tickets. Strike 1 to Ichiro as we begin the 4th time around against Wakefield. Infield hit last time up for Ichiro, his 29th infield hit, 6th in the bigs. Gonzalez can't get it. Neither can Pedroia. Base hit for Ichiro. Finds a hole. Back-to-back hits for Ichiro. So rack up another number for Ichiro in the Ichi meter. It's a 133.
See if Franklin Gutierrez can keep his run of multi-hit games going. Franklin with a base hit his last time up. He's had 5 consecutive multi-hit games.
Last 2 times up, he got another guy that followed your theme. Get the ball up, hit it hard. And a sac fly and a base hit to left. Euclid stays with it, flips over, and gets Gutierrez. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 6th. But the inning highlighted by a Casper Wells home run off of Tim Wakefield. And the Mariners lead is now 5-1. Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Widmer Brothers Brewing without boundaries. And by Jack in the Box. Come try the new Jumbo Breakfast Platter for just $2.99 plus tax at Jack in the Box. A little cloudy here. Still very comfortable at Safeco Field. We'll move to the top of the 7th against the Boston Red Sox, and the Mariners lead at 5-1. It'll be Jed Lowry, Carl Crawford, and Jared Saltalamacchia, 6, 7, and 8 coming up against Charlie Furbush. How about Charlie? Good performance here today. Run on 3 hits.
83 pitches for Charlie, 50 of them for strikes. Last couple of innings, 10 pitches and then 9. I like the way he's mixed things up. And Charlie, to me, it looks like he must hide the ball from the hitters because the Red Sox, one of the better hitting clubs in the American League, and they seem to be tardy on his fastball. The only one that hasn't been has been Adrian Gonzalez, but we'll just take him out of the equation. That's a different level, that guy.
You're right. A good point. 1-0. As we suspected, more than 40,000 today. 43,777. That is terrific. 3 days, 40 plus. Safe go field. That's hit hard by a diving Seager. Base hit. Lowry with a sac fly his last time up. 1 for 2 now. Carl Crawford will stand in. He's walked and popped out the short.
Looks like Jamie Navarro is going to get the guys busy in the bullpen. Body's moving around out there.
Ball 1.
Charlie up to 84 pitches in his last outing, 62 in his first and 84 in his last. So I imagine he's around 95, no more than 100.
He's 1-0 to Crawford. Jeff Gray's up and throwing. We're 1 to count to Carl Crawford. Yeah, you're right about hiding it, particularly against lefties. A lot of arms, a lot of legs. He's working for the third base side. He's coming across, he's coming out almost first base side once he uncoils you.
And at times he has almost 20 miles an hour difference with his breaking ball from his fastball as he throws one up there at 77 miles an hour.
One and 2 here now to Crawford. Two.
It's a good pitch, sure. Bottom of the strike zone.
So a bunch of those last night. Two. Full count now.
Another pitch.
Ryan O'Nora, the home plate umpire.
Giving him the low strike. Almost covered his 4th pitch up there with the 5th pitch. That full count. Yeah, full count. You have 4 of them in the box.
Wow. Pay off. Runner holds. Strike 3 call. Big out. Strikeout number 6. Charlie Furbush. 1 out here in the 7th. Stay on top. Stay on top of traffic by riding Link Light Rail to the airport. Scheduling info. Visit soundtransit.org for details. First 3 innings. As we come to you right above the A in Safeco Field. Charlie Furbush had 5 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. He's picking up number 6. Here's Saltalamacchia. A rocket caught by Seager. Back safely as Lowry, 2 down. That was barreled up. 2 outs.
First step reaction's critical at third. The ball just gets bent down there too. He is hooking it away from him. A good play from Kyle.
Furbush of Boston hitless through the first 3 innings. They got a run on 2 hits in the 4th. 1 hit in the 6th and 1 here in the 7th. Mariners won last night's game 5-4. Felix Fernandez bested Josh Beckett. Brendan Lee picking up the save. John Lackey a winner, defeating Blake Bevan 6-4 on Friday night. Well tagged center field. Gutierrez gliding back, makes the catch. Just another day in front of the 405. Nice catch by Goody. Good pitching by Charlie Furbush. He strands a runner to the home 7th. 5-1 Mariners. Let's revisit how we got to this point in the ball game. Take you back to the 3rd inning. Our Sterling Savings Bank game recap. Ball up the middle, fielded by Lowry. Jack Wilson beats it out, picks up an RBI. Wakefield in trouble here as Gutierrez drives one to left. That'll pick up a run. Jack Wilson scores on the sacrifice fly. And then with Ackley aboard on a walk, how about Mike Cart coming in with a 13-game hitting streak, make it 14. Picks up an RBI, his 24th for the Mariners, and they left the bases loaded in the 3rd inning. 4th inning, Charlie Furbush. A little bit of trouble here as Lowry drives one to left. That will score Gonzalez. And Mike talked about damage control. He limited them in a bases loaded situation to just the 1 run. How about Dustin Ackley in the 5th inning? RBI for Dustin, his 25th. Ichiro coming around to score. And then in the 6th inning, leading off on an 0-1 pitch, Casper Wells drives one over the hand-operated scoreboard to make it a 5-1 Mariner lead. Charlie Furbush throwing a really nice ball game. He struck out half a dozen. And he's only walked 95 pitches.
Big strikeout for him. 1 run, it was earned. Only giving up 4 hits. Fastball at 93 miles an hour. Good breaking ball today. He's pitched well.
It'll be Ackley, Carp, and Pena against the veteran Tim Wakefield, who's still out there. Knuckleballer.
Look in this series, the Mariners scored 4 runs through the first 4 innings in game number 1 and can't add on to it. 5 runs in the first inning yesterday. Didn't score again. Made a game of it as the Red Sox scored 4 in the 6th. Ended up winning that ball game. But today, after 3 runs in the third, they score another run in the 5th and 1 more in the 6th. I'd like to see those add-on runs.
Gotta have Red Sox. Everybody knows #1 in batting average, runs, hits, 2nd in homers. 0-2 to Ackley. Boy, that's tantalizing. It just throws it right there in your face. Hit it.
And again, at 66 miles an hour, it's an easy pitch. You see it well, but that late movement, it's tough to square it up.
There's Pedroia. Nice play. The Red Sox second baseman throws out the Mariners second baseman. First out. Went through his timing way off.
Well, that one was 60 miles an hour. He took even more off of it.
You move back in the box a little bit.
If anything, move up. Go out, move up towards him.
I didn't notice anybody really doing that. Strike 1 to Carp. Fly to left, single to right, fly to left. One, two.
Carp looks like he's almost laughing at that last one.
He's gone. 1, 2, 3. Tag applied. It's like last year when Swisher he struck out Felix Scott. He just laughed, give it a tip, and see you later. Root Sports, looking for the biggest Mariner fans in the Northwest throughout the season. We're going to be going state to state to find the most passionate fans in our region. This month, we want to hear from devoted fans in Idaho. So log on right now, rootsports.com. Show us what you've got and show us why you're one of the Mariners' ultimate Northwest fans. Willie Mo Pena, line drive, left field. Crawford, no, that's some serious strength. A short hop off the fence, and he's just in with the double. It's a first Mariner hit for Willie Mo Pena.
Knuckleball hits a line drive to left. And Crawford, who covers a lot of ground, not able to get back in time. And this is just a laser off the base of the fence.
Crawford can run with anybody.
Tell you what, big Willie Mo, he was able to get in the second. He runs well, too, for a big man.
2 outs.
First double as a Mariner.
Olivo. Euclid throws it. Well, let's see. Doesn't he? Does throw him out. 5-3 on the put out at first. Maybe I thought Rippinger called it a catch on the line drive, but Willie Mo Pena gets his first Mariner hit. 5-1 as we get into the 8th.
is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Sterling Savings Bank. Visit one of our 178 branches or go to sterlingsavingsbank.com. Guys, it looks like Charlie Furbush's day is over, but a pretty productive one.
Indeed, as we celebrate his performance with some Jimi Hendrix, very loud here at the ballpark. I love it. Purple Haze. Charlie Furbush, fabulous performance here, Mike.
He was impressive today. Fastball at 93 miles an hour. Had good command of his breaking ball, was able to take a lot off of it at times, 74 miles an hour on his breaking ball. I thought Charlie, he pitched well. Left-handers haven't had a lot of success against the Red Sox, which says even more about his ability. You see that last pitch painted on the outside corner, but Charlie did his job today. 7 innings pitch. He gave up just 4 hits. 1 run, it was earned. A couple of walks, 6 strikeouts, 95 pitches, 58 of those for strikes.
He and Bevan marveling at the work of Mr. Wakefield as we take our Nissan shift to the bullpen. It brings us to Jeff Gray.
Jeff's numbers a 3.6 ERA, 20 strikeouts in the 35 innings he has pitched.
Ellsbury today, 0 for 2, hit by a pitch. Ball, broken bat, ground ball. Carp takes it. 1 out. You're traveling outside the Northwest this season. Make sure you take the Mariners with you wherever you go by subscribing to MLB.tv today. You're going to see every Mariners game live or on demand on your computer and on your favorite devices. Go to Mariners.com. Get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Pedroia, the second hitter in the inning here. Strike 1 to Dustin. 0 for 3 today. Line drive over the head of the looping Carp. Base hit Pedroia.
Not a bad pitch. It's down in the zone. Pedroia with an inside out swing as he lines it over Carp's head.
A dangerous guy here and the #1 hitter in the American League, Adrian Gonzalez. Rounded out the Carp at first. Single to right and scored. Single to left. Strike. Or very relaxed and then explodes on you, Adrian Gonzalez. Pretty swing. Red Sox had 10 hits last night, 13 the night before. Mariner pitching held it to run on 5 hits. We play here in the 8th. To left field for Wells. Easy play, 2 down. Nice when you can ride daddy's shoulders. Good afternoon for that young lady. Give you a feel for the ballpark experience here at Safeco Field. 2 outs, Kevin Youkilis. 0 for 2 of the walk. He's 1 for 1 against Gray. Not much of a lead by Pedroia, down by 4 here in the 8th. Pitch. Boy, that tied him up. Great location from Jeff Gray.
Pitch will ride up and in on Youkilis, and he can't lay off of it. And you're right. You can see him pull his hands in tight to his body, trying to get the barrel to it.
All in 2 strikes. Crank deep to left. That's gone. 2-run homer for Youkilis. He's now 2 for 2 career against Jeff Gray. 5-3 ball game. Home run number 147 for the Red Sox, second to the Yankees in that department.
He gets an off-speed pitch. Looks like a changeup. 88 miles an hour, and hammers it into the seats in left.
Quick visit coming now from Carl Willis. That sounded explosive off the bat.
Looked like he wanted to throw that pitch off the plate away. Olivo having to reach back for it, and 88 miles an hour. He hit it hard. Jamie Wright pitching last night's ball game. Able to get it loose.
We got David Ortiz waiting at home plate. 2-run homer by Youkilis. So they've homered in every game. 1 tonight, 2 last night, 3 Friday. Ortiz this afternoon has taken a called 3rd strike. Parachuted a single to center and hit into a double play. Strike 1. Ortiz 1 for 1 against Gray.
Mariners with the shift on. Jack Wilson's out on the grass. Normally you see the second baseman out there, which it actually is, but you don't see the shortstop playing on the grass often.
Seager. He had a couple of feet on the grass as well. There's Kyle. Jack, Dustin, Mike Carp. 2-1. Ortiz, another fine year, hitting it. Started today and even 324 home runs at 79 runs batted in. 2-2, 2 outs.
Jeff Gray starting to get the velocity of his fastball. Of that last fastball, 95 miles an hour.
Ortiz is done. Boy, he's going left field a lot more than we usually see.
Yeah, if you see, I think he does that a lot. And if you had the green monster to ricochet balls off him, why wouldn't you?
Full count. On deck, Jed Lowry. Big pitch needed from Jeff Gray. 2 out, nobody on. Shift on for Ortiz. Payoff pitch. Hit the Seager. Takes his time. Good throw. That'll do it for the Sox. 2-run homer by Youkilis. Closes the gap a little bit. It's 5-3 with the Mariners on the bottom third of the order coming up. Wells, Wilson, and Seager.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
See if the Mariners can add on here at Safeco Field with a great atmosphere. 43,777 fans. First pitch to Wells in there for strike. Starter Tim Wakefield. It'll be Wells, Wilson, and Seager. They're in the bottom of the 8th. Wells hit a home run on an 0-1 pitch. Hit it over the hand-operated scoreboard in left field his last time up.
As you would expect, Brandon Lee starting to throw in the Mariners bullpen. Wheeler, the right-hander, and Morales, the left-hander.
Down to Euclid. Throws out a hustling Wells. 1 out. Wednesday is Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package night. The Mariners and Blue Jays close out their 3-game series. It's a great package, as you know. It starts at $14 per person for groups of 4 to 12 and includes a hot dog and a Pepsi and a ticket to the ball game. So come on out, take advantage of this offer. Mariners.com is where you want to go /specials. Popped it up. Jack Wilson 1 for 3 with an RBI.
I always thought trying to bunt and knuckleball would be tough. Jack trying to bunt for a base hit there.
Off the end of the bat. Yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah, I mean, it's coming in, you got it, and then at the last second as you go to hit the barrel and it's moving on.
Well, crazy. We talk about it all the time, and you think about how difficult it is for the catcher to catch it. He has a first baseman's glove. Well, that's basically what you're doing with a bat in your hand, trying to catch the ball.
And that last movement, right?
That last bit of movement can be tough.
Wakefield's given up 5 runs on 9 hits. Career in Seattle, including Kingdom, 1-4 with a 4.89 ERA entering today. Third start against the Mariners this year with a 1-0 record. Right drives on the left, backing up Crawford, still going back, and he's there on the track. The Boston Red Sox since 2000, a team record on the West Coast. Wakefield starts 5-18 and a game over 500 with everybody else. .500 road record, you'll take it. Generally the formula for success. Give me 500 on the road, play about 800 at home, and looking at 90, 9,500 wins. Red Sox here at Safeco Field entering today 28-22 since this ballpark open. All at 2 strikes. Hey, rookie, welcome to the big leagues with the knuckleball. Tim Wakefield, 8 complete. Going to be a Sunday afternoon VLT for you, folks. When we come back, Mariners trying to win this series. It would give them 2 series wins over the Sox this year. Brandon Lee coming on. Buckle up, everybody, and a reminder that unbeaten in their last 3 MLS matches. Portland Timbers, they look to continue their streak later on tonight against the Houston Dynamo. Live action from Robertson Stadium gets underway at 6 p.m. only on Root Sports. Brandon League time here in the 9th. He's got 3 saves against Boston this season, including last night, and on the season he's been just fabulous. He'll face Lowry, Crawford, and Saltalamacchia 6, 7, and 8. Strike one.
And going through the Red Sox last night, take a look at his numbers. 28 saves for him, a 2.91 ERA. Opponent's average is 2.25. That's exactly what he was doing. Getting ahead, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Gets him into an 0-2-1-2 count. Throw the split.
0-2 last night. They got Reddick on a strikeout, Lowry on a strikeout, and Varitek on a bouncer and a comebacker to close out last night's 5-4 win. That was the same part in the order, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, 2 to Lowry. Outside. Lowry straight away. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Olivo applies the tag. 1 out here in the 9th.
You look at the grip from Brandon League. That is a split. And he tries to throw it as hard as he can. It's typically anywhere from 85 to 87 miles an hour. Difficult for hitters to lay off. If you see the bottom drop out, that's a good one. When you have to get it cranked up for 97, it's tough to lay off of that pitch when he locates it like that.
0-1 to Crawford. Crawford 0 for 3 against League. Carl 0 for 2 today with a walk. Back to the strike. Count even at 1-1. One pitch. Just like most closers, this is a save situation. They are so amped up. See it all the time when you bring them in. Sometimes just get some work in a game that's not a save on the line.
No, they love the adrenaline of coming into a game that's tight.
2-1. 2-2 now. I don't think there's any question. These guys have worked themselves into an emotional lather out in the bullpen. It's like that guy you don't want to see on kick coverage in football. 2-2. Took something off, struck him out. Olivo applies the tag again. 2 down here in the 9th.
Again, the split finger turns it loose. Crawford chases it. Another one out of the strike zone.
Saltalamacchia. Last hope here for Boston. 2 outs, nobody on. Mariners lead it 5-3. Ball 1. Saltalamacchia 1 for 2. You got Josh Reddick. He is in the on-deck circle. He'll pinch hit for McDonald if necessary. 1-2. 1-0 pitch. Big break. 2-0. Here's Reddick. 2-0 pitch. Make it 3-0. Needs a strike. Gets it.
I think he'll just continue to challenge Saltalamacchia. He's up by a couple of runs. He doesn't want to walk a batter.
So the fans here enjoying this one. 43,777. 3-1 to Saltalamacchia. Swing and a miss.
Saltalamacchia, knowing he's getting a fastball, can't catch up to it. Brandon Lee, 98 miles an hour on that last fastball. He is rushing it up there.
Everybody standing here at Safeco Field. 2 outs, nobody on, a full count to Jared Saltalamacchia. League into the set position. The payoff pitch. Fouled off. League ready, Saltalamacchia digging in. 3-2 pitch, game on the line. Pitch from Lee, fouled off again.
You have to love these matchups, don't you know? He's just firing away at 98 miles an hour. Here you go, hit it if you can.
Let's do this.
Saltalamacchia still tardy on his fastball, fouling it over towards the Red Sox dugout.
Infield swung over towards the right side. He gets a sign from Olivo. 3-2 pitch to Saltalamacchia. Line drive, center field. Goody's there. He's got it. The Mariners win it 5-3. And for the second time in 3 series against the 2011 Boston Red Sox, the Mariners have beaten them twice in a series. They take 2 out of 3 here. And Charlie Furbich, what a nice performance by him. He gets his second Mariner win, 3rd of the season. Mike Kirk continues his outstanding hitting streak at 14, and he's driven in a run as the Mariners, they cash in early and make it hold up.
Charlie Furbich will be the story from this game. He was outstanding. The Red Sox have beat on left-handed pitchers this year, but Charlie, you mentioned just the 1 earned run from him. And the biggest key for me, the Mariners scored 3 runs in the 3rd, but then add on. They add on a run in the 5th and a run in the 6th. You have to do that against the Red Sox. Offensively, a lot of guys that contributing up and down the lineup. Nice series win for the Mariners.
So they get it done in a tidy 2 hours and 14 minutes. Take 2 out of 3 for the Boston Red Sox, the best team in the American League. That's a good, terrific accomplishment by the Mariners this weekend here in Seattle. Let's send you out to Brett Adams